Hello traders, welcome and welcome back to the Trading with Me. It was a pretty interesting week in the market. I have taken some winners, some losers, and some no tag trades where I'm gonna dive into this section. In this video, I'm going to break down every single trade I've taken. I'm gonna explain why did I take it, what was the reason I took it, how did I manage my trade, and what are the lessons I learned along the way. And if you are serious about your trade, if you are serious about mastering your edge, then you will want to watch this recap till the end. Without further delay, let's dive in. All right. So let's talk about the trade I've taken on live market right now. So total in this week, I have placed 5 trades, and out of 5, I have 2 no tags, and then I have 3 which I have taken live. Out of 3, 2 were the losses and 1 was the win for the entire week. So without further delay, let's deep dive into the trade which I have taken live, and the note tag also I'll show you along the way. Now let's talk about the DAX first. Okay, so overall the DAX nature is so simple. Like you can see, let's go to the weekly. You can see overall DAX is the trending pair, right? You can see that's DAX is the trending pair, and it's always aiming for the all-time high. So that's the main beauty of DAX. So whenever it's really trending, and you gonna have lots of opportunities to get the override on the trend, right? Even if you are late, you can wait for the pullback. Once it's a pullback, once price shows some sort of um, confirmation that price wants to go push more up higher, that's the time you can be more aggressive on the DAX. For example, now I think first trade I've taken on Monday, which was somewhere here. There you go. I will just do backward the price so we can go. All right, so you can see the H4 swing is bullish, right? The internal was pretty much bearish and pushed the bullish as well, which means the main objective of the internal was to facilitate the pullback for the swing structure, where it did actually, right? Once it shifted bullish after mitigating the higher time frame demand, which is the daily demand zone, and you can see once pushing up higher had swept tons of liquidity, and you can see pushed really in a v-shaped manner, where there is more likely the price is going to run this week high, right? The price is going to run that week high. So that was the first impression and first analysis which I was doing during the previous analysis. And on the M15 you can see I was really keen to take a trade for the long setup, but the problem was there was no clean structure over there during the Frankfurt Open. All right. So what I did is like I just waited for the clean breakout, or I was waiting for this kind of clean breakout. And if it's breakout, and if it's confirmed the level, like if it's confirmed the price action that going to go up, so of course definitely I will look for a long from this fresh demand, right? So here during the session, during my London session, the price was not really showing any confirmation for the bullish structure. So what we usually do? Simple, we wait, right? So we wait patiently, and I was just waiting for the price to move up more higher, and like I was like just waiting it. And what I did was actually I just set the alert here, and then once the alert on, I got the notification on my trading view, and then what I did, I just saw the price broke with the structure, with the body closure, right? And as you can see, once it broke the body closure candle, so I just saw where is the fresh demand that's more likely to hold the price to support that move to achieve the week high run. So that was the, you can see that was the really nice swept. It has swept all the liquidity. You can see pushed more descent high. You can see the demand chain has formed. So that was the only demand which was supposed to hold the price. So because of that, I just placed the risk entry over here, and you can see I do not have to refine too much because you I have the price. The overall higher time frame was already bullish for me. The M15 already showed me the structure. What else I will wait? That's the thing. I just said the risk entry. You can see also the tiny structure has a little bit swept over here. You can see it, right? So this is already the good indication the price is going to hold and going to push more up higher by targeting the weak highs. So I just simply place the risk entry, and you can see the price just tap me in, and then you can see one confirmation the price has swept the lead as well. After sweeping the lead, look at that, how beautifully it went to the up higher, and I just did nothing. Once price just broke this high, still my SL was there because I didn't want to choke it. Because if I move to the break even here, what some of the people you can do, you are doing is like, once it blocks some sort of structure, you guys straightly move to the break even. Sometimes what happens is like, after it's broke, there is a one fresh demand also going to be created, right? Once the demand is going to create, what happened next? The price tend to pull back that POIs and push higher. So that time what happened, your B, the your stop loss going to hit and move to the same direction. Look at that. So you waited for the long, and you waited for the perfect setup to happen. Once it happened, why do you want to choke it? Don't choke it. That's why I didn't move to the break even. But what I did is actually, when it's more further away, like when it's more further away, when it's going to the near to the zone where I was targeting. So what I did, I just moved to the break even and stopped slowly. I trailed the SL just to secure some point, some RR, because I have already done so much hard work. But as the price just went straight through, more than I expected. So pretty much, yeah, that was the initial first trade I've taken on DAX. So the second trade I placed today in Friday on DAX, by the way. So what I did actually is like, I'll just go through here. The same thing on DAX as well, even here. Pretty much once, same here. Let's go to the high time again. Let's go quick review. Yeah, on the DAX again, the same thing. You can see it's trending so nicely. Pushed up higher, pushed down, but you can see the price has failed to close low several times, right? You can see the week to week to week, and then now this huge rejection up higher, which is an early indication the price may want to run that week high, right? Same thing, same approach, no guesswork, nothing. Just be mechanical. You must have some systems, you must have some age, some checklist. If the checklist is incorrect, then don't take a trade. If the checklists are correct and checklists are all ticked, just do not hesitate to take a trade, right? The same thing, I repeat the same thing here on the DAX as well. Here actually you can see, and also you can see the DAX, the price didn't even mitigate that haze for demand. But in DAX, remember guys, in DAX, it does not have to pull back all the time to the main POI and push up higher, because it's a trending pair, so it just go without pulling back. So that's why you have to be a little bit more slightly aggressive in the DAX if you want to maximize, if you want to squeeze the profit out of it, right? So yeah, the H4 looks clean for the bullish. There was no doubt on it. On M15 today, coming to session today in Friday, coming to session, I was waiting for this Asian low or this low to sweep. If it was mitigate, it would be more high probability. But of course, if it didn't, even if it didn't mitigate, I was happy. I was happy on that thing, right? So what I did actually, I could have placed the OFS order. It's like order for shift here, but the stop loss was so huge, and I did not have enough risk to reward, right? That's why what I did actually is like, I waited for this candle to close. Once this candle to close, look at that. They so okay. So yeah, there you go. Once this candle closed above this line, after sweeping the low, lots of liquidity has been swept. You can see in and out, quick in and out. This is something I would love to see. When I'm saying sweep, sweep means in and out. It's not like it's sweep and then trickle and like that. No, I don't want to see like that. I want to see the very the retrace has to be quick. So exactly you can see there's a quick price actions over there with the V-shaped reactions, with the bullish stocks over there, very very clean decent flip zone over there. So what I did actually just in the morning today, I just placed the trade here by taking the risk entry, and then I just target that week high, right? So it was almost 2.8, something like that. But of course, price does not have to tag all the time. So that's why on the DAX I love to use OFS, but today scenario was the SL was so high, so I didn't place the trade using the OFS entry model. I just used the risk entry model, right? So I waited for the pullback. It didn't pull back, so it's already went so far. I canceled the order, and this is the no tag for me. And now the another trade which I've taken 2 days, like you can see. So still you can see till this point. Of course, that's the candle does not have to show like that, but I'll show you something. So still till the time the price looks so high probability that price may want to push more up higher after tapping this demand, right? Just now the Trump some sort of thing had just kicked in the momentum in the market right now. It was really really unexpected things. So yeah, as a trader, you sometimes you have to face these things. So yeah, there you go. And then M15, once it was pulling back, of course my order was already cancelled, but what I saw is actually I have seen so many times the price pushed higher, pushed down, and once it retraced back it just pushed up higher, once tapping the some sort of key label, as you can see, like that. I'm saying, look at that, tapped in, pushed higher. Look at that. This is the nature of the DAX. DAX does not like trickle around, trickle around. As you can see, the same trade I've taken, tagged in, pushed up higher. This is something like the DAG, tagged in, pushed up higher. So this is a really nice nature. This is why I love to trade DAX. So when I get the retrace candle, so I really wanted to take a trade because you can see still the demand is high probability demand, had swept. This is the internal structure, this is the extreme zone. What else you want to take a trade, right? So I jump to the M5 just to see if I get any entry model just to override the train, right? So what I've seen on M5, actually you can see the price was interacting between that supply zone. You can see it has a really nice interaction, and you can see the price had swept the low. So as you can see, but of course I was not paying that much attention. Once it broke the some sort of label on the M5, which has given me a bullish chalk over there after tapping the demand zone, has the bullish chalk reactions with the V-shape reactions. So that was the early indication for me that the price may want to run that high, right? So what I did actually, I could have set the risk entry over here at this POI, but again I had a doubt maybe this POI got swept and got swept, and get sweep and then just push more higher. So that's why, just to be on safe side, I just I use Fibonacci label. So I placed my entry on 0.618 label. I just set like that, and then what I did actually, because still I want to get in a trade, so what I did actually, I just still cover whole POI for sake of safety. Sometimes you need to have a more buffer to be on a trade, because sometimes you hold everything is great, but for sake of few RR, you just try to have the stop loss very tight, and then what happens next is like you just get swept and then the same direction. So this is something annoying to me. So I don't mind if I have to sacrifice some few little RR over the over a long run. I'll be profitable, and I'll have my good strike rate as well. So yeah, that was the thing. So I just set the risk entry here, and that pretty much just tag me in, and then just moving around, moving around. I didn't do anything. So I just like I got out here, and after I got out, few time later, the Trump some sort of thing has kicked in, and the good thing I was out early morning. I mean early than these um, volatile price action. Otherwise, it would have sleeping maybe 1 or 2 extra hour. Yeah, this is what that's. So the second trade that I've taken live on that gold also. So you can see the daily pretty much. Let's go to the daily time frame right now. Now daily time frame is it's pretty much simple. Has swept. Price has the tons of momentum while creating the all-time high. Now price is kind of pulling back. Why it's pulling back? Just to facilitate the pullback for the weekly demand zone. Now price is more likely to run the week high, but of course nothing has confirmed yet. I can't really guarantee it until or unless we break the supply zone, right? So until now, what I can do is like I can be neutral. I can take the advantage of long and short depending on the lower time frame buys or lower time frame structure, right? The daily is pretty much simple. I can take a long until we mitigate the supply zone, and if it pulls back and mitigate here before mitigation of supply, I am fully open and happy to take a long from this demand zone. So pretty much daily is like it was neutral to me. And then H4 you can see pretty much string is bullish, internal is bearish, right? So it's already showing the internal, even there's the internal is bearish. But what is the main objective of internal? The main objective of internal is to facilitate the pullback for the swing structure, right? And because the internal works for the swing structure, in a simple word we can say that. So internal is bearish, but still you can see after tapping some sort of old demand zone, which is not the best demand zone in the world, but it's something decent demand zone we can trade off, right? But of course, I wasn't looking for a long direction from this demand, but I can see now. You can see prices potentially price hold some sort of structure over here, right? So after seeing this kind of bullish structure has been holding, so my during the analysis, my prime forecast was taking a long before we meet get the descent supply zone, right? So as you can see, there is a descent supply zone. What I was looking in the forecast is I will look for a long until we mitigate the supply, and if the supply shows me a really clean structure shifting, then I will be happy taking the short from those fresh supply zone. So yeah, that was the prime forecast. So I was kind of neutral at that moment as well. On the M15, as you can see, uh, just go a little bit more back here. So that was the 6:30, 6:45, 7 o'clock. Yeah, exactly at 7 o'clock. I was keeping an eye on that structure. You can see pretty much it's bullish. M15 is kind of bullish as well, but it's a huge structure. So I'm focused on the recent structure, the near and clean structure. So I was focused on here. Still, the price didn't mitigate the supply of the high time frame. So still, I was open to look for a long. So I set the risk entry over here. The price has look at that. The session POI is there. Momentum is there. Price has swept the liquidity. You can see this is kind of flip zone, you can arguably you can say that. And what is there, overall high time frame is bullish. So that was the best thing I could ever say to take the trade, right? So I just placed the risk entry over here, but I already on my mind, if this tags me in like that, and even if it's loss, I will be more happy to take that trade. But if this moves to the supply and coming back here, I would not take it. When I will take it, if this coming back from here, but if price here, and if price shows me some sort of bullish again confirmation structure shift, then only I'll look for a long. All right, and same thing happened later on either, by the way. And then that was the prime forecast, no if no but. All right, and then you can see pretty much price pushed higher, price created the fresh demand zone, swept the liquidity. Arguably you can say some sort of demand chain over there. It is a added confluences, by the way. So you can see price has pushed higher. I set the risk entry and wait for the pullback. That's all. I can't do anything. So I waited for the pullback. I waited for pullback. But price, you can see the price hit the price mitigate the supply zone. So that time I just canceled the order. So what I did, I wanted to see if this demand is going to hold or no. And how do I confirm to hold or no? To hold, price has to come like that and has to shift. If the price shift is structured by holding the demand, so pretty much I can say now this demand is descent, so I can take the trade from that newly created freshly demand, right? So I was just nothing to do. I just waiting for a price to develop more so I can take the advantage. Do not rush anything, right? Just wait patiently. It's like people keep on tempting to take a trade on some sort of thing, but I'm saying like you should wait for the right moment. You should wait for the right time. And when the right time comes, be aggressive. Even you take a loss, be aggressive because that's your ace, by the way. Yeah, definitely. And let's go move forward. So yeah, you can see when the price broke the another structure here after giving you the bullish chalk, arguably saying this is a really nice flip zone area. Not the best flip zone, doesn't have a really a huge sweep or clean sweep, but of course this overall price action is followed by this sweep. So already for me, the sweep is there, and then yeah, the price has tagged me in. I placed the trade. I placed the trade on the M5, by the way, because I want to refine more because the overall M15 zone was kind of a little bit doubtable to me, but it's still overall trade idea was valid to me, so I just wanted to get involved. After seeing this huge M5 candle, I was kind of a little bit getting scared, but again, I just wait for the one more candle to print, and then you can see after seeing this, I stayed the LC1 entry model by covering the low. 5.10 was the stop loss for me, and then you can see I targeted to nothing much, nothing less, right? So yeah, pretty much it just tagged me in, and after that I was I was saying the price is going to push higher, but still there was some decent supply. Not decent actually, there was some sort of supply, but I wasn't paying that much attention because it does not like, it's just a part of pullback, uh, because this sweep was there. So I didn't pay that much attention for this one because it does not really matter. And yeah, you can see that was the trade I've taken and then ended up the losing trade. All right, as you can see that. So if you have found a value and the lesson in this video, please do the like and subscribe for more raw and real trades every weekend. Comment below what was your biggest takeaway this week, and you can comment as well what are those trades you have taken this week and what was the lessons you have learned. This is Trading with Min, Real Trade, Real Journey. Let's grow together and remember, one trade at a time. See you next week.